Pain is what the 19-year-old Joe Mudukiza has known for the most part of his life. He has learned how to juggle between hospital, school and family. He says that since he was informed of his sickle cell anemia, then later asthma and hypertension, he purposed to never let anything put him down. And so he began writing. Together with his brothers, Granton 11 and Bill 15, they have learned to use their uniqueness and strengths to write, and together they have done up to 10 manuscripts with an award-winning title, Tears of Silence. Welcome to the show. His doctors gave him 25 years to live after they found out that he has sickle cell anemia, hypertension, and even asthma. He is so determined to make it in life that he has written 10 manuscripts. His name is Joe Mudukiza, one of the 3 diamond writers, joining us for tonight's show. Karibu sana Joe.
Asante.
Good to have you.
Thank you.
Habari ya Vihiga.
Poa sana. Vihiga ni kupoa tu.
Okay.
Yes.
Welcome. You're a genius.
Yes, I am. I think so.
10 manuscripts. One book.
One is published.
One is published.
Yes.
What is the book about? What have you written on?
The novel is known as Tears of Silence.
Okay.
And it is a true story woven by threads of fiction.
Okay.
Yes.
What have you written about? What's Tears of Silence about?
What drove me to write Tears of Silence is what happened during the post-election violence. That is what made me write the Tears of Silence, because during post-election violence, a lot of people were affected.
Yes.
Basically, we had women and children. You know, men can protect themselves. So I decided to write a novel basing on that fact.
Okay.
Yes.
So were you affected by the post-election violence?
I wasn't affected by post-election violence.
Yes.
But I love the people who are affected because they are human beings and they also deserve to be treated like one.
So you wanted to tell their story?
Yes, I wanted to tell their story.
Okay. You just got nominated for some awards. Tell us about that.
I was nominated for East African Literary Award. That was last year.
Yes.
So I submitted the manuscript online.
Okay.
And we were nominated.
Okay.
Basically because our story was strong. It is, you know, I'm good at emotional authenticity.
That's your strength?
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because what I've gone through, the pain of the disease that I suffered.
Okay. Yes. So that's a familiar territory for you.
Yeah, it's more familiar.
Yeah.
Yes, familiar is an understatement. More familiar.
More familiar.
Yes.
Tell us about that. Talk to us about your sickness.
When I was born, some years later, my parents discovered that I had sickle cell anemia, whereby when you suffer from sickle cell anemia, it is like living in another hell because it is terrible. The pain and also the trauma you go through makes you feel that you can just even commit suicide. Yes, because it is very painful.
Okay. It's unbearable pain.
Yeah, it's unbearable. When the periods come, you won't like it.
Yeah?
Yes.
So what triggers that periods or that sessions or that time when you have this unbearable or bouts of sickle cell anemia?
I'm not sure because it oftenly comes just some few days after my birthday. That's when I feel that kind of pain. If
after your birthday?
Yes, just some weeks after my birthday. I don't know why.
Okay.
But I'm sure it is because I was told that sickle cell anemia is a genetic disease.
Okay.
Maybe it came from my forefathers, the one who gave birth to my fathers or something of that sort.
I'm sure you're researching a lot on that.
Yeah, you must do research.
Or you're just superstitious?
No, I'm not. I'm doing research about it.
Okay.
Yes.
So every time during or just after your birthday, which is August,
Yes.
you usually experience the pain.
Yes.
Okay, all right. But who broke the news to you that you have anemia?
My mother. My mother, although they hid it from me for some time, maybe they thought I would feel quite bad. But when I knew, I didn't feel bad because I went to hospital sometime with my sister took me. That's when I realized that they had hidden something from me. So I went and asked.
Okay.
And I was told that I got sickle cell anemia.
Did that break your heart? Did you
I cried.
cry?
Yes.
And cried
I
for a long
cried
time?
because, you know, you go to school in the morning.
Yeah.
You are given medicine. You are given some tablets. They tell you you will take during breakfast. So when you ask, they tell you, hiyo ni ya kuongeza nguvu tu. Then why don't other people have that type of medicine?
Okay.
So that's what made me suspicious.
Okay.
Yeah, and I asked.
That they kept telling you to take these tablets.
Yes.
But you took them.
Yeah, I did.
And each time you take them, they help you. You feel better.
Yeah, I feel a lot better.
Okay.
Yes.
But that has not stopped you from going about wanting to become a good writer and not stopping. You have not stopped going to school. You still made it to do your KCPE exam and you did well.
Yes, I did my KCPE.
Yes.
I went to high school with that disease, but I'm still living. Although I was told sometime that I couldn't live up to 11. I think it is just, people believe that, but 11, 19.
Yeah.
And I'm still living.
And you still live?
Yes, and I'm towards 20.
Yes.
Can you imagine 2 decades?
2 decades.
Yes.
You're doing well, Joe. You'll get there.
Yeah.
You're going far. Okay, so what is this thing about you that you really want to tell stories?
I'm good at storytelling.
Yeah.
And I also like writing. So when I have an idea, I have to express it through writing, because sometimes spoken word is too difficult. We have people who specialize in spoken word, but me, I do writing. So when I have a story, the best way to tell it is to write.
Yeah.
So I decided that I'm going to write this story because of this situation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so from what time, when did you know that you wanted to really, really focus on writing?
When I was in high school, that is when I was in Form 2. I used to write a lot, and my compositions, or the words that I used in my compositions, they were too strong. And my class teacher, who was also my English teacher, told me that I could become a writer in the future.
Really?
Yes.
So they encouraged you?
Yes. So that is what made me to cling to my dream, because she told me, she assured me. And I decided that I was going to write. You're
going to write, and you've written a
lot.
A
lot.
When do you get the time to write? And like most teenagers, you know, you're busy doing other stuff.
I do the writing at night. Maybe something like from 9 to 2 a.m. in the morning. As I told you, I'm not too much into sleeping, so I just like reading and writing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you reading when you're on your way here?
Yes, I was reading a book written by a lady known as Maureen McCarthy.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a memoir,
okay.
A true story about her.
About her.
Yes.
All right. And you're saying you want to tell many stories to people and you want to encourage the reading culture in our country, and hoping that people would read a lot of your books. But I want us to go on a break. When you come back, you'll tell us more about the work that you and your 2 siblings are doing. Yes. Okay. Don't go away. We'll be back with more with Joe Mudukiza. In spite of the glaring obstacles, Mudukiza beams with determination and hope. He is only too eager to make the best out of his young life, choosing to focus on his writing skills. Welcome back to the show. We're talking to Joe Mudukiza, a member of the Diamond 3 Writers. Joe, who came up with that name?
Me and my two brothers. That is Bill Clinton. He's 14 years old.
Yes.
He just completed KCP and he scored 390 marks.
Nice.
Then we have another one, Granton Malley. He's 11 years old and is in class 7 now.
So you all write?
Yes, we all write.
How does that work?
We come up as a group, but not as brothers, because we also have a constitution that governs us. So we come up with something that we want to write. We come up with ideas, then we vet them ourselves, not with anybody else. So we vet our ideas, then we know this idea is sufficient for this type of book.
Yes.
If the ideas are not sufficient, then we won't write, because at the end of the day, you want to write a book, but not a play or something. Yeah.
Okay, so depending on the strengths, you have established what, for instance, your strength is, and so you put that into play, or you put that into what your group wants to write on, and then you decide what to write, right?
Yes, we decide what
So,
to
for instance,
write.
for you, what is your strength?
My strength, what makes me write?
Yes.
That is, you know, me when I write, I do things that have emotional power, because I think I've gone through a lot of pain. So when I decide to write, I come up with something that have painful experiences. But my brothers, unlike my brothers who do something different. So when I come up with something that is painful, they bring in something that will soften that
To balance.
pain. Yeah, to balance. So without them, I don't think if I can do it, but they've always encouraged me. They are too small.
Yeah.
If you see them, they are small.
Yeah.
But they give me the strength to go on.
Okay.
Yes.
That is amazing. The three of you are basically geniuses. How did you perform in your KCSE exams?
In case, you know, I did KCP first in 2008. I joined Lumakanda Boys for my O-levels, but I got a sponsor, and I did IGCSE at the end.
Okay.
But I came back to school and did KCSE, which I got a B plain.
Okay.
So I did IGCSE and also KCSE. So I have an international and local test.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay. What do you want to study then after?
I want to do mass communication.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
Apart from writing,
I
want to do mass communication.
Okay.
I like gossiping sometimes.
Gossip?
Yes.
Who told you my profession is about gossip? This is real stuff, hard stuff.
I don't think so.
God, no. Joe, are you serious?
Yes.
Okay, so you like the fun bit, you like the, what do they call them? Blogging, perhaps?
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're more of a blogger than
I think so.
a broadcaster or
Blogger.
Okay, okay, fine. We'll get to know about that later. Tell me about your parents, because you have said that your father has been sick for the longest time. Has he been there? Has he been involved in what you're doing?
Yes, my dad is suffering from migraine, which is also painful. Sometimes he experiences headaches all time, all through the day. So he ended up leaving his job, but he supports me. He gives me encouragement and all the support I need, but not financially, because he's not that financially stable.
He doesn't work?
Yes, he doesn't work.
He stopped working?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Why? why write a book, for instance, about Mike Sonko, the senator?
Mike Sonko.
Yeah.
You know, when you're writing, you don't just write because there is writing. You need to have information that fits to become a novel. That's what I wanted to say. So Mike Sonko, he has done a lot to people. Even those ones in Nairobi, outside Nairobi, he doesn't care. He's just himself.
Okay.
So the information we did research about was sufficient to make us write a novel, because we also love him. He's young, and he also supports young people.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the first person that came to our mind, and that was I think the fifth novel we did, the fifth manuscript we did, and it was nominated for an award in Colombia, but we did not manage to go because of sponsors. We didn't have sponsors by that time.
Oh, what a shame. But have you met the guy?
No, I have been talking to him on phone.
Okay.
He called my grandmother one time and said that he would support us when he has the time. So we are still hoping that he'll call and give us the support.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you live with your grandmother. How did that come about?
Living with my grandmother?
Yes.
When I finished high school, I went to stay with my grandmother because the distance of hospitals in our place. So I had to go and stay with my grandmother because our hospital, Vihiga District Hospital, is just next door.
Okay.
So when I get sick, that's where I move to.
Yeah.
Yes, I have two homes, hospital and home.
Hospital.
Yes,
and
my
home.
second home.
Wow. And you're still sitting there and very focused on what you want to do.
Yes, I'm focused.
Okay. What drives you?
What drives me is that people in Kenya, people in Kenya do not like reading and writing, especially youth. But I wanted to make a difference. At the end of the day, you need to ask yourself, what value are you adding to someone's life? That person who has read that book, what are you communicating to them? So I decided to write a book so that people can share the movies of my mind.
Okay.
Yes.
So then the lessons that you have learned, because you're in and out of hospital, probably you've not been able to have the consistency of a healthy teenage boy. What are some of the lessons that you have learned so far?
The lessons that I have learned is that you need to be steadfast and be determined in what you are doing. Yeah. Don't just do things because other people are doing it, but look at the value of that item, what it is adding to other people and also to you. Yes. Okay.
So talk to a young man or someone who's watching you now and probably they have a terminal illness and they've given up.
What I would love to tell them is that they should just have faith and trust in God, because all in all, there is God. God gives somebody something. When he gives you that illness, maybe it is because of a certain reason. Because if you didn't have that disability or that illness, you could have done something terrible. So you just need to know that God has a reason for everything.
Yes, indeed he has. Yes. No matter how painful your situation is.
Yeah.
That's beautiful coming from you.
Yes.
Who has gone through a lot of pain.
A lot of pain.
Yeah. But still standing strong. Yeah. I like that about you. You're very determined to make it. And I'm sure you'll go places.
Thank you.
So when we come back, we'll be talking to Joe Mudukiza's grandmother, Rachel Amalemba, who has been living with Joe. Don't go away. The trio is proud of their achievements so far and only wish Kenyans would appreciate local authors so that their work can bear the much needed fruit. He hopes to pursue mass communication if he gets sponsorship. His mother has to work in the farms back home in Vihiga, and so his grandmother has taken up the responsibility to mentor and encourage him to pursue his skills. Welcome back to the show. Joe Mudukiza's grandmother is the happiest, and she now joins us on this show. Karibu sana, Goko.
Asante sana.
Kusalimia Kimaragoli unasema ni? Mrembe. Mrembe. Mimi nitakwambia mrembe, shosho.
Mrembe mno.
Karibu sana.
Asante.
Umelea Joe vizuri sana. Amekusifu sana. Anasema unampikia chai usiku wakati anaandika, unamsupport sana. Ulianza kuishi na yeye wakati gani na kwa ajili gani?
Nilianza kuishi na Joe bila alimaliza shule na akaja nyumbani kutoka kwao Rugari. Huwa tunaishi naye Vihiga kwa sababu ya matatizo ya ugonjwa alikuwa nao. Na kule kwao hospitali haiko karibu.
Okay.
Sasa nikaonelea akija kuishi nyumbani ni karibu na hospitali. Akiwa ameshikwa na ugonjwa mara moja kama hii asthma na hii high blood pressure. Ana ugonjwa mwingi. Hasa huwa anashikwa tu ghafla. Hasa akikasirika sana anashikwa tu mara moja. Alafu tunampeleka hospitali. Anasaidiwa na madaktari, Mungu pia anamsaidia anapona. Ndio ilinifanya nikamchukua nikakaa naye.
Lakini hapo na ndugu zake wengine na wazazi wake wanakuja kuangalia nyumbani?
Mama zaidi ndio huwa anakuja, mamake. Ndio huwa anakuja. Madadake hawa wanashughulika tena, wanatafuta vibarua na kazi zingine kidogo kidogo. Hasa hao hawaji sana, lakini wadogo wake wanakuja kututembelea tu.
Ndio.
Kidogo kidogo.
Okay. Ni jambo la kutia moyo kwa sababu wewe hujasoma sana, lakini pale ambapo upo unamsupport sana Joe na una understand hiyo vision yake na kutaka kwake sana kuandika. Kwa nini umeshikilia sana mambo ya elimu?
Najua Kenya ya sasa inataka watoto ambao wamesoma. Watu ambao wamesoma. Watu ambao wanaelewa kusoma nini. Hata kama nyinyi hamungesoma, hamungekuwa kwa hizi kazi.
Ni kweli.
Mungekuwa mnarandaranda tu huko mitaani, mnalewalewa hofu hofu.
Ni kweli.
Na ndio maana yake nilikuwa nataka mjukuu wangu ashikilie kusoma zaidi. Pesa za university zimemkosa, hana, alipita vizuri.
Ndio.
Na vile alianza kuandika vitabu, na nikamuuliza, kweli utaandika kitabu kweli? Kaniambia, shosho nitaweza. Kwa maana saa zingine ananiitanga shosho.
Ndio.
Shosho niombe. Niombe nitaweza. Nikamwambia nitakuombea na wewe mwenyewe pia ufanye nini? Uombe na uweke bidii.
Ndio.
Ili Mungu naye akutie nguvu. Uwe na nguvu ya kufanya kazi ambayo itakusaidia maishani mwako. Ugonjwa si kitu, kila mtu ni mgonjwa. Dunia hii ni watu wanaendea tu dawa.
Ni kweli. Okay. So ugonjwa sio jambo la kumzuia kutoachieve zile goals ambazo wako nazo.
Ndio.
So shosho, kwa wale wazazi ambao labda wanaangalia watoto ambao wako na magonjwa ambayo inasemekana ni terminal illness ama wako na tuseme weaknesses za kiafya na unakuta mzazi analemewa kiasi cha kumwambia mtoto tu akae, ama wengine unakuta hata wanafungiwa kwa nyumba hawatoki nje. Hebu zungumza na wazazi kama hao.
Sasa hata kama mtoto ni mlemavu ama ana ugonjwa hii ya kifafa, hii ya kuanguka.
Ndio.
Alafu mfungie ndani ya nyumba. Humsaidii kumpeleka hospitali apate madawa, huwa hujasaidia chochote. Kwa maana hata kama tungewacha huyu ndani ya nyumba angekuwa ashakufa.
Ni kweli.
Si unahitaji tu kumpeleka hospitali, daktari apime dawa zile ambazo atampatia, na mumwambie tena hizo dawa daktari ashakupatia uzimeze umalize. Kishamaliza tuone ni hatua gani tena tutaingia. Lakini ukimwacha tu sasa ameshapewa dawa, wacha mwenyewe atameza, ataziwacha tu tena. na tena unampa chakula ale kwanza ndio ameze hizo dawa. Sasa kumfungia mtoto mahali ati ni mlemavu, unazidisha tu ulemavu katika
mwili wake,
familia yako. Kwa maana yule pale atakufa, atasema mimi wamenikataa maana mimi ni mlemavu.
Ndiyo.
Watapata mlemavu mwingine katika hii familia kweli, na hivyo ashalani tayari. Mwingine atatokezea na ugonjwa mwingine, mwingine atatokezea na mwingine. Haya, kizazi kinakuwa tu hivyo hivyo, kinaharibika. Sasa ni kutiana tu nguvu, kuombeana, na dawa ziko, watu wameze dawa. Kisha gundua ugonjwa, umeze dawa.
Ndiyo. Okay. Kwake yeye, manake mnaishi pamoja, ni kitu gani ambacho unaona sana ana struggle nacho sana wakati anakuwa mgonjwa? Tuseme yani wakati kwa mfano hypertension inampata, huwa hiyo hasira unaona inaletwa na nini?
Hiyo hasira, siku ya kwanza hasira yake ilikuja sana juu, hata kalala sana kitandani. Kamwambia huko kulala hakutasaidia chochote, twende hospitali uwekwe kwa dawa ndio uwe mzima uendelee na kazi yako. Najua mtoto saa zingine anachukuliwa mahali aende kufunza watoto. Alichukuliwa kwa shule afunza watoto. Sasa kufunza, hata kupatiwa hata sabuni peke yake, mwalimu mkuu hawezi kumpatia. Na watoto wanafukuza shuleni waende nyumbani, waende walete kila mwezi shilingi 50 kila mtoto. Shilingi 50. Wako pale walimu wawili. Wale ambao wako untrained. Wapewe mshahara ingalau shilingi 4,000 tu za kuwasaidia ununue sabuni, sio kitu kingine. Alafu mwalimu akamwambia nitakulipa. Amechukua tuseme tu mwaka wote, alimlipa tu safari moja. Ndio alikuwa anakuja kuona makisomo. Alimpa tu shilingi 1,000. Tangu Januari.
Kwa ufupi ametumiwa vibaya.
Alitumiwa vibaya, ndio hiyo ugonjwa huwa inajibeba zaidi, na
kwa kuona kwamba anaonewa. Na si vizuri, manake kuna watu wengi ambao wana take advantage. Unaona mtu yuko chini ama hajiwezi, badala ya kumsupport ama kumpatia ile haki yake, anamtumia, na hiyo inamvunja moyo.
Ndio.
Na bila shaka sio jambo zuri. But wewe na wewe ukikaa pale nyumbani una support Joe namna gani? Because kama hataweza kwenda kufundisha, kuna kazi labda pale nyumbani anaweza akafanya kujitegemea ama kutafuta hiyo hela ya kwenda shule?
Shule mahali anafunza si mbali, tusema atachukua pikipiki ama gari. Ni karibu tu. Kutoka tu hapa kwenda hapa juu.
Mahali pa kutembea?
Mahali pa kutembea. Lakini sasa Joe kwa kulima hawezi, kwa sababu alipelekwa hospitali, amepasuliwa hapa chini. Hawezi kuinama hivi. Hawezi kabisa. Sasa wasichana wangu ni wazuri, wanampenda mtoto ya dadao. Mzee pia babu yake anampenda, mimi pia nampenda. Kile ambacho tuko nacho akiuliza tunampatia. Kwa maana tunajua udhaifu wake. Na ndio maana yake naomba, hata vile ulinipigia simu nilifurahi. Na pia vile nimekuona na macho yangu nimefurahi. Watu wengine wanachukua wengine kuwatumia kuwa kama watumwa. Na hivyo hatuwezi kuendelea. Tutakaa tu hivyo.
Kuumizana.
Na kulaumiana. Kwa maana mimi wangu huyu anamdharau, wanamdhulumu, hata wako akisoma je, si atapitia tu ile hali?
Ndio. Inasikitisha kuona hivyo mami. Kwa hiyo hicho ndio tuseme kilio chako. Tuwe na watu ambao
wanajali
maslahi ya wenzao badala ya kuwaumiza na kuwatumia vibaya. Wito wako ambao labda unaweza toa kwa mtu yoyote ambao anaweza taka kumsaidia Joe kwa mfano na anatizama sasa hivi, unaweza kumwambia nini?
Naweza kumwambia kijana wangu, mjukuu wangu ni mtoto mwenye bidii. Lakini kile ambacho hana ni pesa za kumfanya ili aendelee na kuandika vitabu, hata kuendelea na masomo. Sasa naomba serikali ama mtu yoyote akiweko awe na moyo wa huruma, tusaidiane.
Ndio.
Tujenge Kenya yetu, sio ya mtu.
Na kuinua kijana kama huyu ni kuinua maisha ya wengi. Naam. And Joy, you're telling me you've learned ways of cutting costs when you're doing when you're writing. One of the ways is to have your sister edit for you?
Yes. My sister, she usually edits for me because she did Bachelor of Arts, English and Literature. So she's conversant with editing.
I'm really glad to hear that. And your story, it's amazing. And I do wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Yeah, all the very best. Shosho, asante sana kwa kuja kwako.
Asante.
Tumefurahi sana kwa sababu mmefunga hiyo safari na mkaja paka hapa.
Asante.
Bila shaka Mungu atafungua njia zake.
Asante.
Yeah, na kila laheri.
Asante.
Well, when we come back, we'll be talking to a parenting coach, Roslyn Keegan. Don't go away. Mudukiza's biggest wish is to give hope to others who may be battling illnesses to pursue their skills and not focus on what is not working for them. He's also appealing to well-wishers who will help publish their work. Welcome back to the show. We are now joined by Roslyn Keegan, a parenting coach. Karibu sana, Roslyn.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you. Looking beautiful.
Thank you, Jamila.
Yes. So now, when you have a teenage child who has a terminal illness, how do you deal with that?
Jamila, what parents should do is, I don't think you should look at your child like, this child has a terminal illness, I need to deal with them differently. Your child is your child. And what you need to do is create time and tap into that child's parent, child's talent,
Yes.
Tap into that child's passion. Learn your child. Have a relationship with that child. Because as I'd said earlier, I might not have limbs or hands, but God has given me a creative mind to draw.
Okay.
Yeah, I might not be very good at talking, I might be stammering, but God has given me a creative mind. Take, for example, Joe.
Yeah.
He has anemia. Yeah, he's anemic.
Yes.
And for what I've read and researched about that, it's a very painful, and he's even said it's a very painful disease.
Yeah.
But he's taken it. He's stepped away from the disease and taken it as a challenge to his life, and he wants to show the world that he can make it.
Yeah.
And which report are we going to listen to? He's been told 5 years, but you never know what he might even stay for 40 years, and he's doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we thank God for the grandmother who has taken the role of a parent.
Yes.
And we've seen that the grandmother has taken time.
Yeah.
He's there. She might not have done anything. She might not even know how to read or write, but she's there. She's there making tea, making sure Joe is comfortable, the brothers are comfortable, they get what they need, bringing Joe here to town.
Yeah, giving him his medication, supporting him,
exactly,
talking to him.
Exactly.
So that's a big one.
That's very big. That's what a parent should do.
But most parents don't do that, and most parents don't know how to tap into their children's talents and giftings.
Yes.
You know, and all kids are different.
First, you have to be in a relationship, create time, learn your child, be there. If I have to know who you are, Jamila, I have to create time to hang around you, to know you.
Yeah.
Then I'll know what you like and what you don't like.
Yeah.
That's the same thing as a parent. You have to hang around your child. You have to create time. You have to know what they like.
Yeah.
You have to know the kind of friends they hang out with, the kind of games. Like if your son loves football, try and take them to places like Ligidogo. Let them play. Let's see how good they are with the ball. Your 3-year-old loves scribbling the walls. Don't chap at that child. Maybe it's an artist, upcoming artist. Buy them crayons. Buy them a book or something. Let them start scribbling.
Okay.
Yeah. Talk to the teachers.
Yeah.
You need to invest on time so that you can know your child.
Okay.
Yes.
So when time is there, but the money or the finances are not there to support, you know, the need to help this child, what do you do?
Where there's a will, there's a way. Joe, for example.
Yes.
All he needed to do is just to have a cyber, and he just and he posted his story.
Yes.
His manuscript online, and he's gotten an award.
Yes, he has.
Yeah. And if, for example, my child loves music, I don't have money, but in church or where I go, there must be one or two people who know somebody who is trustworthy. You can act as a mentor, where they can come home and maybe teach them music, or I can go take my child there and they can learn music.
Okay.
Yeah. What people need to do is just look out for mentor and role models for our children. You don't have to pay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay.
You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. I have my daughter who is 11 years old. She's even selling her artwork now.
Really?
Yes. So a friend, Billy the Sketcher, just comes home and teaches her how to draw.
Okay.
On holidays, yeah.
How did you know that that's what she wants to do?
One day at the age of 9, when she was 9, she just took a sketch and drew herself from a picture. And I realized there's a gift here.
Yeah.
So we pushed her. In school, I told the art teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's even gotten an award of upcoming artist. Yes. So there's no money much paying. So all you need to do is just invest on the paintings and the brushes once and for all. And once she's sold one painting, it buys the others.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like she's investing in her own business.
All right.
Yeah.
So while trying to mentor and direct your child to what it is that they want to do, there are those then who would say they don't have an interest in what their children are doing. You pick up interest, or like force yourself to look into what your child is doing, so that then you can help them.
If you really want to have a bright future, is you have to invest. You have to invest in that child if you want that child to move on, and you have to pick out.
Yeah.
Like absolutely most mothers will feel nothing about football.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they'll create time to drop that son or take that son to a football pitch and play and wait for them finish and take them home.
Yes.
But just being there, you might not really, but just being there.
Be there.
Just be there for them and
and
cheer them up when they're playing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. When a child wants to change, for instance, at one time they want to do football, to play football, then at another time they want to become musicians or become DJs. Do you encourage the new talent or the new way that they're moving, or how do you stay focused on what the child wants?
Remember when we grew up, the first thing you wanted to do is maybe become a teacher. Almost all women want to become air hostesses. Then we move on to something else, but there's one thing that is always constant. That's the one thing as a parent you need to tap in. There's a constant thing, like they might be very good in writing.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
But along the line, he picks football. But at some point, you just see him writing. The writing is always constant. But along the line, he says, no, I want to become something else.
Yeah.
But writing is always constant. That's the constant thing you need to tap into and look at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you say you focus on teenagers.
Yes.
That's your area of focus.
Yes.
So teenagers growing up really change, the mood thing and the adolescence ages or stage really affects them when they're growing up. How do you ensure that you still remain, in touch with what is happening to your child when they're in their teenage years?
There are two different kind of parents. There's a parent who grew up with a child. You had time, you cultivated, you invested, you're in a relationship, you know your child. Because teenagers have three. Yeah? There's a world there's a world that's known in school, and there's their own world. But this a parent who knows even teenagers, they are in their personal world. They know them, they've been together. There's some mood swings they have, but you're still in touch with them.
Okay.
There's the other parent who has not cultivated that kind of a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of parent who will find very difficulty to enter into that child's life. By the time, like a boy, like time like boys turn into 13, they start changing.
Yeah.
They become now men.
Yes.
Yeah, they become now men. Even as a mother, it might be very difficult even to communicate at a boy at that age. So if you did not cultivate a relationship early enough, it will be difficult. But it's never too late. You need to start. How you need to start is talk to them, not at them.
Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
Most teenagers say my parents don't listen to
Yeah.
me. They just talk. They don't know what
Me.
I want. They
Yeah.
don't know the me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as a parent, you need to start talking, and listen more. At some point, you can give advice, but listen more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's one of the ways to break the barrier.
Yes.
For a child who's completely like refused to let you into their lives.
You have to look for a friend, an auntie, a brother, a pastor, a coach in school, a teacher. Now you need to look now for outside help. Yeah.
People who can
now find
talk
out,
to them.
because there are one or two people he talks to, even his friends. That's why you're always saying, know your children's friends.
Yeah.
Be the one to take them places.
Yeah.
Invite them. For teenage parents, I always tell them, open your house. Open your house for your teenage friends.
Yeah.
Now, Jamila, I'll see your friends, and I'll know the kind of person you are.
You're right.
They'll be talking there, and somehow you'll hear the kind of conversation.
Yeah.
When you know their friends, you know their parents. Because now you'll either drop them all to their parents' house, or something will happen, or you can tell them
you'll be forced to
interact.
Yeah.
Yeah. Open your house for your children's friends.
Don't fear.
Don't fear. Let them come.
Okay.
If your daughter has a boyfriend, let him come to your house.
You should know.
You should know. Let them come. Let it be open.
Yeah.
It's not during our time where it was like a taboo.
Taboo.
Nowadays things have changed.
Yes,
yeah,
they have.
things have changed.
Thank you very much, Rosalind, for finding time to speak to us. Well, and that's it for tonight. Until next time, remember you can like our Facebook page, Faraja K24 TV, or leave us a comment or two on our SMS line 20001. Until next time, my name is Jamila. I love you for watching.